Hey, it's Jessie, and this is Peach Manifesto's Valentine's nail art series, Roses. And jumping right in here, I'm doing two nails with Spectra from Luxio by Akzentz, which is a beautiful navy color. And also using Gel Play by Akzentz, the rose gold leaf. And I'm doing two coats of that as well. I love this color. I think it's one of my favorite rose golds. I just really like the leaf style to it. And then next I'm going to go in with 339, which is Pheromone by Veto. And I'm doing two coats of that as well, just on the one nail. I'm just doing 4 nails like I have been for the whole series. And then we're going to get into a little bit of art. And this is where the roses start to come in. I'm starting with the easier of the roses, which is stamping on TU006 with Essie's Penny Talk. And of course using my clear jelly stamper. And I'm just going in with a few roses on this plate, just like single ones, just to create my own design. And I really love the way the rose gold of this Essie polish looks on top of this navy. I think it's just really stunning. And I go in with 2 more little kind of like rosebud designs on the bottom there, just to kind of fill out the nail. So as you've noticed, I've done a different style of filming today. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It did turn out okay, I think, but it could probably be a little better. This other stamping plate is STZB01, and I'm just going with a large rose on top of the navy as well. And either way, I really hope you guys enjoy this. And then I'm going in with Fun Gel on top of the Pheromone. And the Fun Gel is by Enailcouture, and I'm just going in with a little like even coat, not too thin. And again with that Spectra and Amore Ultima Nail Art number 5 brush. And this is just that blossom technique. And you kind of go in and you make a little comma shape, and then you make other little comma shapes, but you pull the tails on the end. That's the best way I can describe it. Almost making like little half moons after you do the comma. And I just kind of let it blossom a little bit and cure it. And then with a little bit of that Spectra that's left, I go in with my Gel Art Nail Powder by Akzentz. And I put way too much powder in to start with. And I have a big crumbly mess, but I add more Spectra to it. And of course, when I do add more, as you see, I add way too much and have to add more powder. So I've done better in the past, but I think this is the first time I've actually used the gel polish, the Luxio, to use this. Usually I use the Gel Play, and it's a little bit easier to figure out, or that's just what I'm used to, I guess. So yeah, I go with a little powder. I'm trying to make sure that it gets a good lift. And then I'm going in and making my 3D rose, and I make kind of the little half moon shapes, kind of layering them. I really wanted to keep the definition of the rose gold in between, just because the Spectra is so dark. I didn't want it to lose definition between the petals, so you'll see me a lot cleaning up in between the petals. And anytime you see my brush go way off the side, I'm just dipping it in alcohol. And yeah, just continue to make the 3D rose. And I've really sped up this part. This is probably the longest part. It doesn't usually take me this long, but it was a little bit of a newer technique using it with the gel polish, and the blue stained quite a bit, and I really wanted to make sure that was clean and just keep the rose gold and not with a blue stain anyway. I should also mention that by the time I did this 3rd petal, I actually added another scoop of the powder, just because I was finding that the first 2 were kind of melding together a little bit too fast, and I wanted to make sure that I could get a little bit more height on the petals. And as you can see, I'm kind of pushing it up a little bit just to give that petal a little bit more volume or definition. And continuing to clean up and flash curing in between. Each petal I've flash cured in between, just because I didn't want to accidentally bump it or mess it up as I go. And yeah, just continuing on making petals, working my way inside and cleaning up in between just to make sure I continue to have that really nice definition. In case you're wondering where I came up with the idea for these designs, I actually was on Pinterest and looking up palettes for rose gold, and navy was often paired with it, and I thought, you know, rose design, rose gold, and I thought navy would be just a different choice to go with, a little bit less traditional, I think. Traditional in the wedding sense is that I've seen it in a lot of palettes, but a little less traditional for nails. And then going in with my dotting tool, which I've dipped in the powder just to create a sharp centerpiece for the rose, and cleaning up again any little bits that were extra. And I actually go in with some of the rose gold leaf afterwards and just put a little bit on some of the petals, just because I really thought it would look nice. And then I have the Swarovskis in rose gold, and normally I would use bling on and then shine on, but since this is just for a little tip, I wasn't going to bother. I just decided to do a little corner accent piece with the rose gold Swarovskis, and I really like the way that it turned out. I actually almost wish I would have done some more Swarovskis in some of the other designs. I think it would have been really nice. So these are the finished pieces. I really like the way that it turned out using the 3 different styles of nail art: stamping, blossom, and 3D rose. I guess 4 if you count the Swarovskis as well. And just some close-ups. I really hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and happy Valentine's Day.